Give back.
Let me tell you about a situation that came to our attention. This actually happened just a few weeks ago, Kyle.
Yeah.
Rosie and her husband, Scott, and they have 4 children, went out for a family dinner.
Oh, this is the
on
family
Friday.
in Coffs Harbour, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So you may have heard this on the news as well. So Rosie and Scott and their 4 kids went out for a family dinner. One of the children were getting christened on Sunday, so it was a nice sort of celebratory weekend.
Yeah.
And after dinner, Rosie and the 4 children went home. So Scott put them, in the car. They went home. He stayed on for a little bit.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, after that happened, Scott was king hit. Now, we're hearing about this a lot lately. It seems to be happening quite frequently, and it's a very random thing that's happening.
Yeah, it's happening way too frequently, and it's happening all over the country.
So when Scott was waiting for the cab, obviously he was king hit. He suffered serious head injuries.
Oh, man.
And unfortunately, he never regained consciousness. And Rosie had to make the very tough decision to switch off her husband's life support system.
Oh, God, so they've lost him.
They've lost the husband. And she wanted to donate his organs in the hope that the tragedy could save someone else's life.
What is with these king hits?
They're
It's happening
just so
everywhere.
I know, and they're destroying families.
But this
and
is not
it's
something that used to
destroying lives.
happen 5,
Well,
10
you
years
didn't
ago.
hear about it as much, did you? No.
No, you're nowhere near as much.
So, and the other thing is that Rosie was studying. So Scott was the sole income earner for the family, and she's been studying concentrating on her legal studies.
Right.
And there was no life insurance policy. They withdrew that because they had to pay prior to this medical bills for their daughter Sarah, who suffers from cystic fibrosis and has severe migraines and is visually impaired. So they didn't end up doing the life insurance because of those medical bills. So
And now she's left
it's
on her own
left
with
Rosie
how
with
many
4
kids?
children,
4 kids.
4 children on her own.
We got her on the phone here. Rosie,
Yes, I'm here.
good morning.
Hi, Rosie.
Hello.
Oh, this is
sorry.
terrible news. So I'm so sorry to hear about all of this. And I remember it when it was on the television. These things, what's going on with people?
I think that's that's what we're trying to start a campaign for, because it is the neurologist. That's all they said was, it's nearly every week someone's coming in like this now, and it's just a joke. People just don't realise. And I think when you were saying just before with 10 years ago, it wasn't really happening. I don't know if it's the drugs and the mix of all that people are taking now when they go out.
I think you're right. I think it's drug-fueled lunacy going on out there, because these are random attacks that are happening. Like, you've heard for years, 2 people got into a scuffle over a girl,
But now
these are random, unprovoked. They come out of nowhere. Some poor guy wanting to celebrate with his family, has a few drinks, waiting for a taxi, and some clown comes up, king hits him, knocks him out. And then obviously he was in hospital, right, for Rosie for a couple of days. And what did they say to you? There's no hope.
I got a call from my brother-in-law at 3 o'clock in the morning, and he said, have you heard anything? Has anyone talked to you? And I was like, no, what? He just said, get to the hospital now. And I just thought he'd been in a fight and, he was just beaten up or whatever. And then they started we did a CAT scan and there's bleeding on the brain, and so at that stage he was still kind of moving a bit and everything looked good, and airlifted to John Hunter, and just every 20 minutes we got called into this horrible family room every time it just got worse and worse. And it's actually, he had the severest head injury that is actually possible.
Oh, no.
There was fractures on the back, the bone that holds your brain in place. Across the front of his head, and every lobe in his brain was destroyed. So
there was no coming back from it.
No, and so it wasn't really a decision to turn off the life support. It was more really at that point keep him alive for the organ's sake, but just let nature take its course. Because,
how are the kids? How are the kids? How are they handling it?
All very different. Archie's 2, and he's taking it out on all the girls at the moment. hitting them, but he's
just getting angry and doesn't know how to deal with it.
He's good. I think he just doesn't understand what's really why there's people coming and going.
And at 2, I suppose he just feels the tension and the sadness more than understands it.
Sarah, she's the one that you were talking about with all the issues.
Yeah.
She's coping the best. I think she's been in hospital situations. It wasn't that much of a shock what she saw.
Right, yep.
Even Josie, they're up and down like yo-yos and round and round. And
you got your rest of your family, they all gathered around you? You got friends up there?
I've got lots of, the Cox Harbour community have been amazing, the support I've got. And Terry Poit, Jody, his wife, John Hines, they were the security firm that Scott worked for. They've been working really hard to get support for me. And my family it was the first time we'd all come together in probably 12 years.
For the christening celebrations?
Yeah, and at the last minute, my brother wasn't going to come. He came from Melbourne, and he just decided him and his wife get on a flight, and we're coming to the christening. So, it was supposed to be this big celebration that weekend, and then on the Sunday, when Archie was supposed to be christened, we were instead celebrating his father's death. So...
Oh, Rosie.
Can't understand.
Yeah.
Well, we wanted to try and help you guys out a little, just with a couple of things. I know the kids, maybe in a situation like this, it's nice to give the kids something, to take their mind off it. We've contacted Aaron from Aaron's Outdoor Living, and he's going to come and build you guys a proper cubby house. It's amazing. It's like a mini house. It's got a slide.
There are all these little kids. There's 4 kids.
Their dad was actually going to be doing that soon.
Really?
That's great.
Yeah,
Now this is a
structural landscaper.
This is a standalone.
This has got like stairs and a slippery slide out the front door.
You could live in it.
They will love it.
Could.
And
also, Pumpkin Patch, friends there, they're going to help you out $1,000 worth of kids' clothes they've thrown in. So thank you, Pumpkin Patch Plus.
Because we know clothes and food are like the hard things financially on you guys.
But Woolworths, man, when they heard the story, they dug deep. They're partnering with Variety, the children's charity. They want to assist by giving $5,000 worth of gift cards for groceries and all that sort of stuff. Because they know that the last thing you're going to be thinking of is, oh man, the food's run out again.
Yeah,
got to go down to the shop again.
And that's what's been happening every day.
Exactly. Woolworths, thank you.
And lastly,
Variety, thank you guys.
Lastly, iSelect also want to give you $5,000 to ease your burden. So that's
thank you.
$10,000 to help you out there, Rosie. $1,000 worth of clothes and the big cubby house.
That's so awesome.
And we know that this stuff, it can't take away what you've lost, but it can just help ease the suffering a little bit. I know you've got great family, friends, the support of your husband's, the business he worked for. Yeah. And we just wanted to say our hearts are with you and the kids, and bring a highlight to the attention that, I don't know why these people are out there randomly hitting people. And I think it is a drug-fueled mess.
But even if you do get into a fight or you do start to get the shits, and you just, that's my thing, is please just turn around and walk away.
Go home. Go home.
Just
Rosie,
walk away.
Thank you so much for talking to us this morning. We are so sorry what's happened to your husband, but hopefully those little things can help you out over the next couple of months.
No, that's awesome. That cubby house is probably the most exciting thing, actually.
Yeah, you're going to love it. You really are. I've got a picture here. I'll send it to you, Rosie. And it's an incredible cubby house. So
okay, sweetheart, take care.
Thanks, Rosie. Love to the family.
You're welcome.
All right, bye.
Okay, bye, darling.
We've got to say a big thank you to our sponsors there. Aaron's Outdoor Living, who'll build the cubby house. Pumpkin Patch, thank you guys. Woolworths, so generous of you.
Yeah.
And iselect.com.au for the $5,000 donation. Thanks, guys. Without you, these things are never possible. And it really does make a difference to these people. So thanks again.
And if you want to, if anyone listening to this wants to, in return, go and check those people out, because their hearts are open.
Yeah.
Buy your stuff at Woolies. Get your iSelect. I'm not sure what iSelect, what's that? You know that, man. Velman knows. He's good at that.
Insurance.
Oh, good. See, I don't know anything.
Health insurance.
I don't even know.
Very important.
Very important.
Yeah.
I've got health insurance.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.